him out crossing state lines while he still can. But Trump stayed at the fight until 1:15 a.m. And you know what? If I'd just been found guilty of covering up a hush money payment to a porn star, I wouldn't be in a rush to get home to my wife either, right?
I'm working my swampy ass. I'm telling you, right back here, this thing, my ass, it's true. No, it's true, folks. My ass is very swampy. You could, in this heat, I'm telling you, you could drive a fan boat down my pants.
Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel are at their best when they're roasting Trump, delivering their usual wit and satire. Lately, their main target is former President Donald Trump, who was recently convicted. But hold your excitement, Trump's sentencing isn't until July 11th. Until then, they're making sure we enjoy every awkward moment of the process. Starting with Kimmel, he just roasted Trump badly because of his Fox News interview.
I have a wonderful wife who has to listen to this stuff all the time. They do that for this reason. They do that, all these salacious names that they put in, they put this stuff in to create havoc. These are bad people. I know everything they're doing. I know every move they make. I get it. It's tougher. I think it's probably, in many ways, it's tougher on my family than it is on me. You know,
how's Melania doing?
She's fine, but I think it's very hard for her. I mean, she's fine, but it's, you know, she has to read all this crap.
But he does not stop there.
I do love it. I do find it very rich that he's mad at other people for that. How dare you explain what I did to my wife,
Trump discussed which classified files he'd declassify if he returned to the presidency, despite having had 4 years to do so previously and reportedly taking files home with him. The humor lies in his quick response to the first 2 questions, contrasted with his hesitation on the third one.
If you were president, would you declassify, you can answer yes or no to these, would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you,
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah.
Notice the pause? In a chat with a Fox reporter, Trump was asked if he'd declassify certain files if he were president again. On the 9/11 files, he said yes. Asked about JFK files, he affirmed, noting he'd already declassified many. Then, on Epstein files, he hesitated before saying yes, hinting he might have a stake in them. But that pause by Trump makes me suspicious, and it's not just. Jimmy Kimmel roasted him badly for it.
I mean, not all of them. I mean, not, if I mention, no.
The interview with the Fox and Friends weekend team was pretty choppy, with lots of abrupt and messy cuts. Even so, they still managed to show the former president's upbeat attitude about climate change.
When they say that the seas will rise over the next 400 years, 1/8 of an inch, you know, which means basically you have a little more beachfront property, okay?
Here in this video, Trump is suggesting that when people predict a small rise in sea levels over the next 400 years, such as 1/8 of an inch, it could actually mean you'll end up with more beachfront property as the coastline extends slightly outward. However, Jimmy disagrees, asserting that even a small rise in sea level would result in less beachfront property, not more. And he explains this in a really fun way. The more I listen to Trump, the more I see how he acts like he's an...
It means you have less beachfront property. Not like think about when you're in the tub with your gelatinous belly bobbing up out of the water, and then the water starts getting cold, and you scream at your butler, "Add some more hot," and then he brings more hot water in. Does your belly island get bigger or does it get smaller? Smaller is the answer. You will have less beachfront property.
The more I listen to Trump, the more I see how he acts like he's an expert on everything, when really he knows very little about any subject. It's like he's setting the stage for another January 6th by urging his followers to rebel against the police, probably in case the judge decides to put him behind bars.
I don't know that the public would stand it, you know. I'm not sure the public would stand for it. With a
if they tried house arrest or...
I think it would be tough for the public to take. You know, at a certain point, there's a breaking point.
Well, Trump clearly thinks it's serious, but Jimmy has a different opinion.
That's just great. We'll have a bunch of idiots in Viking helmets swimming to Rikers Island together.
Jimmy might have a point there because Trump's most devoted supporters might not necessarily be known for their intelligence, among other qualities.
An RV covered in Donald Trump campaign posters was totaled when it crashed into a utility pole on Staten Island on Sunday afternoon.
Now, after seeing this, Jimmy not only roasted Trump, but his supporters as well. Here is what he said.
How many times do I have to tell you, no posters on the windshield? And of all...
Now, when it comes to roasting Trump, Jimmy is not only pro, we have another one, Stephen Colbert.
How could any part of Donald Trump still be a mystery? Especially to Judge Merchan, who was in the courtroom with him for 6 weeks. He could pick Trump out of a lineup by smell.
Now, picture Trump being wheeled around in full-body restraints with a face mask, just like a certain infamous fictional character. Can you guess who? Stephen drops a hint, reminding us of that chilling figure.
Punishment for the crime. Now, if it went really badly, the judge could have him strapped to one of those full-body restraints on wheels with a face mask. Help me out here. Who am I thinking of?
The late, great Hannibal Lecter.
That's exactly right. It's exactly right. Oh, it's his words.
Stephen jokes about how tricky it must be for Trump to handle the mandatory drug test from a distance.
Trump did get some special treatment today, as he often does. Unlike the vast majority of felons out there, Trump was allowed to do his interview at Mar-a-Lago over a video conference call.
Stephen playfully imagines Trump explaining his job termination as being just really bad at it. The twist? Trump is actually reapplying for the same job. Stephen cheekily suggests Trump should try learning to code instead. It's comedy gold.
Mr. Mike Pence? But I see down here you are actually currently applying for a new job, which is the same job, okay? Have you thought about learning to code?
Trump, now a convicted felon, is touring the country, starting with Dream City megachurch in Arizona. Colbert quickly mocked Trump for his typical complaints about Biden's immigration order. Trump almost said bullshit in front of the church crowd, but caught himself just in time. Naturally, Colbert had fun imitating Trump's dramatic pause and exaggerated self-control.
Order. I won't say it because I don't like using the word bull in front of these beautiful children.
Stephen jokes about Trump holding an outdoor rally in 110-degree Vegas heat at noon, questioning the decision's wisdom. Trump, of course, complains about sweating and working hard while the Secret Service ensures everyone's safety. Colbert then nails a Trump impression, mocking his exaggerated griping about standing and pointing. Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel sure know how to take down Trump with their sharp humor. So, what's your favorite moment from these late-night takedowns? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe for more laughs.